Hey everyone, Dr. Chuck Betters coming to you from Ask Dr. Betters. And today we're continuing our series on what is the order of salvation. And so the theological term, the step of our salvation that we're going to unpack today briefly is called adoption. Now we hear about it in sermons, we sing about it, we probably know it, but what does it practically mean in our lives? In other words, what does it matter that we are adopted? I'm going to give you one way that it matters at the end of this video. But first, let's just talk about what adoption is. The Westminster Shorter Catechism defines it this way, that adoption is an act of God's free grace, whereby we are received into the number and given a right to all the privileges of being sons, and I'll add, daughters of God. So we find this concept, this theological concept in Scripture also in Galatians chapter 4 and other verses. In Galatians 4, Paul says that when the fullness of time came, God sent his Son, born of a virgin, born under the law, to redeem those under the law. And here it is, so that we may have full rights as sons, as daughters, as children of God. 1 John 3:1 talks about it. Behold, what manner of love the Father has given unto us, that we may be called sons, children of God. We see this all through the Scriptures, this idea of being adopted into God's family. We are adopted. Just as an orphan who has no father, who has no mother, is actually adopted into a family, we were also orphans, we were aliens, and we are adopted into God's family. Isn't that glorious? I mean, I'll give you another reason in a minute about why it matters, but one just came to me is, wouldn't that change the way we relate to people? Wouldn't that change the way that we relate to others when we look at ourselves and we see, I was an orphan, I was a slave, I was an alien, and I was received freely by an act of God's free grace into his family. So then how would I treat others that I see as outsiders, that I see as orphans or aliens? How would I treat them? So it changes that. But I'll tell you another way that it changes our lives, and another way that it matters. It matters because of the way that we approach our Father in heaven. So many people have bad relationships with their dads. It's so sad. And so they look at our Father in heaven and they see him as a fearful being. They see him as a sovereign, as a king, as they have no problem seeing him with trepidation and fear. And there is an aspect to that, a really big one when it comes right down to it. He is fully transcendent, fully other, fully holy. He is to be feared. But he is also our Father. He is also the one that we can call at any time, and he'll take the call because he's our Father. And we can approach him in that most intimate of terms. So when you think about it, Jesus, when he taught us how to pray, when he taught his disciples how to pray, he went through each element of prayer, even the very beginning. And he said, when you pray, pray like this. And he said what? Our Creator in heaven. No. Even though he is our Creator, he didn't say to start with our Creator. He didn't say start with our sovereign or our king or our judge. Even though he is all of those things, Jesus said start with our Father who art in heaven. The writer of Hebrews says that we can boldly approach the throne of grace because why? We are sons, we are daughters of the Most High.
Hello, my name is Danielle Cantler, team member here at MARKINC Ministries. Thank you so much for your continued support of this video series. Ask Dr. Betters is not meant to be a substitute for professional counseling, but instead is designed to extract the biblical principles around the questions being asked. We encourage you to seek professional counseling if needed. Professional counselors are ready to assist you at Anchored Hope Biblical Counseling. See the links below for more information on Anchored Hope and all of the free resources we offer here at MARKINC Ministries. Thank you for watching and welcome to the MARKINC family.